So tier 1 energizes the higher brain, promotes salutogenesis, releases the stress response, increases rejuvenation in the body, and then increases the productivity of anything in life that comes in you that has a positive impact. And this is why when we start teaching on third wave healing in the New Human University, to understand the profundity of what has to happen, if you're operating from lower brain physiology, what is one of the hallmarks of lower brain physiology? It robs blood flow from other systems of the body to maintain its defensive positioning. And the research tells us that humanity is operating from lower brain physiology, which is why 90% of all medical doctors' offices are due to stress physiology, no matter what the presenting complaint is. And so, if the lower brain is active, then what it is doing is increasing blood flow and energy into the structures of your body that can most protect you, such as the muscular system, cortisol systems. This is why people get tight up here, because this is defensive posturing. Their brain is trying to prepare them for battle in the world. They don't even know it. It's happening below the conscious threshold. So what happens? They get tight muscles. This gets tight, right? Because literally the lower brain is pumping energy into the muscular system for fight or flight responses, all below the conscious threshold. Two other systems get greatly compromised. One of them is the immune system. It takes blood supply away from white blood cells and dumps it into the muscular, into the cortisol systems, and all of the ways that need to protect you from your environment. Why would we design that way? Well, there's only so much energy to go around. Or is there? Up until now, the answer may have been yes. There's a finite amount of blood flow and energy in the body at any one point in time, and it puts it into the areas it's most needed. So if you're pushing blood flow, directing blood flow, diverting blood flow into the defensive systems and structures of the body, which we all are in some degree, this is what stress and anxiety are. That's the overt outward experience of lower brain physiology. The immune system is being robbed of blood supply, because if there's a tiger attacking you, that has a much higher priority than your white blood cells locating precancer cells and devouring them that may show up 10 years from now. That's low survival priority when a tiger is coming at you. And our brain is reacting to the complexity of the modern world as though there's a million little tigers coming at us all the time. And our physiology is set up to protect us, and it compromises immunity, for one. Another key system that gets compromised in stress physiology is digestion. Is it important to have a lot of, and do you know how much energy digestion takes? You eat a big meal, you can hardly walk. The food coma, I need to lay down. The reason is because your body has diverted inordinate amounts of its precious energy to trying to digest and assimilate the food you ate. There's only so much to go around. It doesn't even have enough to, you don't even want to go for a walk, right? You want to sit down, you want to lay down. And so, what do you think happens to your precious $50 bottle of nutritional supplements that you take, and all of the blood supply, or a great deal of the blood supply, is diverted away from the systems that can appropriately digest and assimilate and utilize that nutrition.
Goes to the toilet.
Okay? So we have to open up the metavision. And this is why when the higher brain engages, when the thrive state comes into the physiology, when the organism isn't protecting itself, then things have a different impact. Putting $100 a month of nutritional supplements into lower brain physiology is not going to do it, because they're not going to be assimilated effectively, because the body does not prioritize effectively assimilating high in nutritional supplements when it feels like it's being attacked by a tiger. That's a low level of priority. If we would have prioritized that in the Stone Age, we wouldn't be a species anymore. We would have been eaten. Right? You understand this?
Yes.
And so, let alone when I talked about, this is looking at the upper right, right? When I talked about how it's a four-dimensional affair, just on this physical, physiological level, trying to change our nutritional profile and not change the physiology of the brain, you're beating your head against the wall.